Something that I see a lot of with young filmmakers or even creatives in general starting out is that they focus all of their energy and attention on the creative aspects of their craft. And this is a great way to refine your style and develop your passion and niche, but it's all too common that individuals in this space omit and disregard the business and commercial aspects that are involved with running your own business. After all, you are a business that provides a particular service, and if you don't appropriately position yourself and market yourself as someone who can bring that service to the table, then you're very likely just not going to land big contracts or be approached by producers or businesses to work with a team on a project, no matter how good your shots are. Clients and producers usually aren't looking for the next Oscar-winning filmmaker. They're looking for someone with the skills and equipment necessary and the business acumen to work with their crew and deliver on a specific brief within a set budget. Being able to market yourself and portray yourself as someone who can bring that to the table, in many ways, is as important as your creative skills behind the camera. So, how do you do this? Well, there are many ways, but a great place to start is capturing quality behind the scenes content from your shoots. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. Hey guys, welcome back. I haven't made one of these in a while, as honestly, the last 6 months have just been insane, as I've been off filming multiple feature films and series for clients like Netflix and Amazon, and a bunch of other just massive names that I can't wait to share about. But yeah, by way of intro, my name's Tom Park, and I'm an underwater and wildlife cinematographer, and on this channel, occasionally when I find the time, I discuss the world of filmmaking and cinematography, where I'll teach you some of the things that I've learned over the last decade working in the film industry as an underwater and wildlife cinematographer. So if you're into that sort of thing, press all the buttons. Now, I do apologize. I'm sitting on a pellet case in my living room. We're mid-packing for my last doc before Christmas, so forgive the organized mess. So the freelance world of cinematography and filmmaking is not in any way different to any other small business that provides a service. Producers are on the lookout for individuals that have the ability, skills, and equipment required to complete a job and nail a brief. And these business considerations are just as important as simple talent behind the camera. And as a result, being able to convey this experience to clients and market yourself in this way is a very important consideration. Now, obviously, you can direct potential clients and producers to your website and showreels, or your IMDb page, or send them a CV. But a lot of the time, they're simply going to jump onto your social page for a quick look and scroll to see your skills and to quickly get an overview of your style and ability. It's much easier for them to do this than to scroll through a website or a CV or boot up another web page such as IMDb. And this is where the importance of behind the scenes content comes in. And my approach to handling this situation is to always have behind the scenes footage available on my social pages, such that when producers or clients scroll through my work, they're able to see me working with equipment, filming on shoots. Having this footage scattered throughout your social page conveys experience and professionalism in a tangible and quick and easy way. Behind the scenes content shows clients that you're not just good at shooting pretty footage, but that you're reliable, capable, and you're able to operate in a variety of different environments under different conditions. It shows how you interact with teams, handle your equipment, and manage the real-world challenges of production. This humanizes your brand and demonstrates that you're more than just a good shooter or another photographer, but you're a professional and you're able to provide a service that meets the producer's needs. So, how do I shoot my behind the scenes content? Now, I don't want this to sound like a sponsored or paid ad or anything like that, because it's not. I haven't been paid and no money's changed hands. But I am going to talk about one specific product, and this was a product that I researched in great detail and decided that it was by far better for my purposes than any of the competition out there at the time. What we're talking about also applies quite generally to other products, but for the following bit of this video, I will be referencing the product that I use to shoot my behind the scenes content. So for the last 7 months or so, I've been rigging up an Insta360 X4 to my camera rig, and this little action camera has traveled with me around the world on documentaries and series, and has been with me so far, I think, to around 8 different countries. The behind the scenes footage I'm getting from this thing with almost no effort has given me access to such a wide range of BCS footage that I'm currently using to promote my brand as a working cinematographer and professional. I was initially slightly hesitant to add yet another camera that I needed to manage to my workload, both as I was concerned that underwater it could prove a massive source of distraction, especially if it was annoying to use, And I also really didn't want to have to add additional footage that I needed to work through in post-production above my standard workload. But the way this thing works is so simple. It's one button to turn it on and it just automatically starts recording. And then you just leave it there. It records in 360 degrees, so framing and composition are never really a concern either, as you can just easily readjust the frame in post, which is actually one of the key reasons I got this instead of a standard action camera, as this alone with a standard action camera would have proved such a distraction that using it to record BTS would have made it impossible to actually focus on your job. On the post side, I've also actually never had to edit any footage from this thing or do any color corrections, as oddly enough for an action camera, the colors straight out of this thing are really good. I just Bluetooth connect it up to my phone, select a short 10-second clip, and then post it. It's surprisingly effortless to use, and equally surprisingly color accurate, especially for an action camera, and it just looks good straight out of the camera. There's no settings to mess with or adjust, and it just does its thing. Which is great, as it doesn't distract me underwater. I just turn it on and let it do its thing, and it takes no time in post. I can focus all of my energy on actually doing my job. I've also never had this camera overheat or do anything odd like that, even when I've left it running in 5K 60 frames, my preferred setting, for about 30 minutes or more at a time. And, well, you've been seeing the footage that I'm getting out of the X4 for social purposes. It's pretty good, and even in widescreen, the image is really nice. In terms of placement and finding a good angle for behind the scenes content, I recommend trying to find an angle that captures both yourself and your equipment in action. Personally, I mount mine off the side of my Red Raptor rig, and without annoyance, I try to achieve a near over-the-shoulder view. This perspective gives potential clients a front row seat both to the scene while also showcasing the technical work and equipment behind capturing the shot. Remember, this content doesn't need to be polished or cinematic. Authenticity goes such a long way, and clients appreciate seeing the real, unfiltered version of how you work. And having a small camera that, without frustration or annoyance or distraction, sits off to the side and just records you behind the scenes is such an easy way to have a constant stream of quality footage showing you shooting sequences and working with a team. It's an easy way to promote yourself and provide a little glimpse into what you're currently working on. Above all, these little cameras are incredible tools to show that you're an active professional working in the field. They facilitate what I think the whole point of this video is about, and that is having an interesting current resume built for fast-paced consumption by potential employers, hosted on apps they use regularly. It's pretty simple when you think about it. Anyways, do all the things. Press all the buttons. I'm done here.